Hello beautiful friends, welcome to my channel. It's Sean. Alright, in today's video we're doing a full face of Chanel makeup. I'm super excited to do this video because y'all know Chanel is like my favorite brand when it comes to beauty, and I'm just ready. I'm excited to show you what I bought in that last haul and what I bought to replace some items that were stolen. My skin is freshly done. On my skin right now, I cleanse with the Tatcha. It goes like a powder and it foams up. Love that cleanser. It's called the rice something. You all don't quote me on it, but I will leave it right here and down below here. And I followed it up with the Hako lotion from Kogendo and also the massage milk from Kogendo. These two have been my go-to during the whole time I've been traveling with Fashion Month, and it's been really keeping the hydration in my skin, brightening up my skin, evening out my skin tone. That's what you can expect from these products. And I also love that the Hako lotion is helping me to deal with the dryness from the faucet. You know, the pH in the faucet is around 14, and bringing in an essence or some sort of, you know, toner is going to help to bring that pH back down to where it needs to be before putting on, you know, products like this. So that's that with that. And now let's get started. I have an event to go to tonight. Let's start off with a lot of these products that I bought. Now, what I would love to see from Chanel, you guys, I would love to see from Chanel a setting powder that's like a yellow color for deeper skin tones. That to me would be like life right now. So as you can see, I'm just pulling out a bunch of new products that I just bought from Chanel, and we're gonna get into these. And I also have my highlighter here that we're gonna get into as well. My BR52, y'all have seen this before, foundation plus powder. My brows are micro needled, but I'm still going to use Chanel's brow product because I still love to do my brows. But I do love to see when I wake up in the morning, my brows are already looking like I have makeup on, that kind of thing. That's why I like micro needling. And then we have a couple of palettes here. I want something a little bit more dramatic. Y'all remember this? This was from a holiday collection. I think it's the number 5 palette. But I want to use my, I just don't know if I brought it, my Candor et Seduction palette. Because I want to go red from what I'm wearing today. Yes, this is the palette we're going to use. Other palettes in front of me right now. I tried to bring as much as I could, but I didn't bring everything, y'all. Because I've just been accumulating Chanel over time. Pink Explosion, y'all know that's a favorite. But we're gonna use my, this is a repurchase. This is the Jouer Contrast, the Rouge Profonde. We're gonna use this color here. So let's get into this. So this is my MT, this is my new one, but we'll see how much I can get out of this old one before we go into this new one. But this foundation is like my everyday foundation, you all. That's why I go through it so quickly. And I'm just gonna lay out my brushes here. This video is gonna be very like informal, very much fly by the seat of our pants, just chilling and getting things done and just showing y'all the real world of a content creator right now when it comes to putting on makeup. You know, sometimes we have it all set up and we're just grabbing and pulling, but today's video, I just feel like sitting down and hanging out with you guys and just being real about everything. Nothing formal. Ooh, got a little bit coming out here, and this should almost be enough for me. I'll just use a little bit more, but this is the old one, so great. I don't have to go into the new one yet. So we're gonna grab my foundation brush. This is from Kogendo, and we are just gonna start from the inside out. I also suggest wearing some sort of, got a little bit darker here. You guys, it's still like really hot everywhere, except up east. When I went to the Gladiator premiere, it was cold, but not as cold as I expect New York to be. And being a fellow New Yorker, I really know that times have changed, because during this time before, in the years that I've been in New York, it's always been freezing cold in November, but it's really not. And here in the South, well, of course, it's still very hot. It's like 82 degrees today. So like summer is still hanging in here. I'm just gonna see what's going on here to make sure I blend this out. Now, when it comes to blending, what I love to do is stipple everything in. So stipple, stipple, stipple. I also love to wear a headband. You all have talked about this in earlier videos. Wearing a headband protects your edges, because you don't want foundation makeup getting into your edges. It's gonna dry the edges out and you're gonna lose your edges. Remember, these are still made with chemicals, okay? So you wanna be mindful of that. And I'm just making sure that I blend properly down the neck and everything. Okay, ladies, so I'm getting a flawless finish with the Ultra Le Teint. Now I'm going into brows. This one is number 40. And this is the length of the brow pencil. I showed you this in the previous video. And it is your regular pencil, as you can see. And it also has the brow brush on the other side. So I'm just gonna brush up. You just want to get your brows groomed to where they need to be before you start putting on product. I love that this is super sharp though. This one doesn't come with a sharpener like the one from Gucci, but I have a Chanel sharpener that I bought some time ago, but if you're needing a sharpener, you're gonna have to buy it separately if you're wanting to get this. But ooh, it goes on beautiful, y'all. And I'm just gonna take some short strokes and go upward and just fill in. Again, I wanna show y'all how wonderful this works, and the fact that this is working on top of foundation and not sliding around. There's something to be said about that. Now, the difference between the one from Gucci and the one from Chanel is the one from Gucci goes on more like an eyeshadow, whereas this one goes on like a true pencil. So that's what I'll say to that. But it is good. I like it a lot. So moving on to the next side. As you can see, I got it a little bit fuller, and I just bring it out just a little bit more to my nose. And I can tell you, it's not a lot of tugging. It just takes time to like do your brows, you know? It takes time. You definitely want a mirror in front of you so you can get it precisely the way that you need to, okay? Now we're gonna clean this up. And I'm cleaning this up with the Chanel BD 91. Also, after I use my doe foot applicators, you all, I will disinfect them before I put it back in the bottle. I just grab out a cloth with 70% isopropyl alcohol and then, you know, clean these off before I put it back into the bottle. So here we go. We're just gonna clean this up, looking down. And I'm gonna also take this on the top. Y'all know my technique with cleaning up brows. Nothing changes, it's the same. So I'm loving how this brow looks. I just gotta clean up this next brow. And like I said, my technique never really changes. It's just the same. When I find something that works, I kind of stick with it. But of course, the way you do your brows, just taking this down the nose and under the eyes, that by the time I'm done cleaning up underneath this brow, then the rest of this product will be ready to blend out. So I'm just taking my time here, looking down, and using the mirror to do this. And then, you know, someone says when you put on makeup, it looks like you're starting off with war paint. It's so true. So true. Now, to clean up brows, some people use a smaller brush. Definitely, that's a good choice. But most of the time, I use my buffing brush from Kogendo, and it does the same. It gets the job done. I'm just gonna clean this doe foot applicator. I have my little 70% alcohol soaked rag here. Just cleaning off things as I go before I start putting them away. I always have a cup here that when I'm done doing my makeup, I wash my brushes after every single use. And I know a lot of you are like, that's excessive. But if you want to keep bacteria off your face, you're going to do what you need to do. And bacteria causes breakouts and irritation, by the way. So, you know, as much as you can, try to clean your brushes. This is dried. The great thing about Chanel concealer too, it doesn't dry down quickly, so you don't have to blend fast. Unlike some other products, Fenty Beauty, you don't want to play around with that because that dries down fairly quickly. So, but Chanel, it takes a while before the product really dries down. So you've got grace with that. I'm just gonna blend this out. Try to get it even and taking it upward. All right, this is looking great. Now we're gonna grab out the brow gel, which I have right here. It's in a applicator like this, and it's a brown shade. Really small applicator. And we're just going to go over what I just did. Lay these hairs properly. Doing the same over here. Just gonna lay things. So this looks really nice, you guys, from what I can see in the camera and in the mirror. I just really would like to have a setting powder, which I don't have one from Chanel, so I'm gonna have to use my Kunafa from Huda Beauty. And I like this because it's a yellow shade, and I'm just gonna use my Kogendo face brush, powder brush. These brushes, I've talked about a million times. I love these brushes so much, I've not stopped using them. When I find something that works, I kind of stick with it. And I'm just dusting lightly underneath my eye just to prepare my eyes for eyeshadow. I don't believe in baking, you all know that. Premature wrinkles do happen, and I don't want that. And just taking it, just lightly dusting it over certain areas. Because for this event, we're taking a lot of photos and I don't want my makeup moving around, even though Ultra Lation really doesn't. Just want to set as much as I can. Okay, my lips are kind of suffering right now. This is the Labiages I was talking about in the last video. You all, let me know if there's refills. I probably will call and ask, because this is done and it is so good. But I do have my lip balm from Chanel too. This one is medium. These are like my go-to, drop in my purse, take with me when I'm running errands, or if I'm doing like a hot yoga class, because hot yoga pulls like so much water from you because you're sweating so much and your lips suffer afterwards. So definitely having one of these or a lip balm of sorts that can replenish hydration to the lips is important. Your lips are important. We often let our lips suffer, but your lips are just as important as your face and your makeup and your skincare and all of that stuff too. I'm gonna go in right now with continuing on with the eyes with the Candor's A Seduction palette. Now what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna use a brown shade out of my Candor A Experience palette just for my transition, and then we'll go into this one. Using my Chanel N200. This has dual brushes on each side, and then you can slide them up just to protect the brush hairs. I really love these. So if you're looking for a brush for travel, especially those who travel, these are good brushes. So I'm just gonna grab like this brown shade right here, and I'm just gonna work this right into my transition area, and then I'll go on top of it with a little bit of red, but I need to have that transition. And this is super pigmented. I know people wonder about Chanel's eyeshadow sometimes. They work beautifully, as you can see. We're gonna go in with this red shade right here, you guys. I'm gonna start with this in my like right into this transition area lightly first, because this could be super duper, yeah, pigmented. I've got tissue here just to dab off a little bit. But take your time when you're putting on your makeup. Do not rush the process. I always say that. Take your time. You don't need to be flying through, especially eyeshadow and your foundation stuff. You want to take your time, or things can look cakey really quickly, or patchy if you're not blending properly and taking your time to blend. I love to clean my brushes off or use another clean brush. Like this one is a clean one from Stilazzi. And now I'm just gonna go over everything and just kind of fan this out. Not adding more product, but just blending this the way I need it to be blended. I decided to do something I've never done before. I'm gonna use that brown shade that I was using from the Candid Experience palette. And I just wanna take that down my nose, like a contour. Because I don't have a contour product from Chanel. I probably need to get one. I don't know if they have one dark enough, but I'm gonna try it. And this is doing the job actually. And I'll just blend it out. Really, really good. But just narrowing everything out. Contour sculpts the face. And then I'll just blend. I'm just gonna use this blending brush, because you don't want to see those harsh lines and you don't want it to look dirty. That actually did it, you guys. That's pretty. All right, let's finish on off with the eyes. I just thought about that and decided to do it. All right, so we're gonna go, I think I want to go into this shade right here, just on my lids. And I'm going to press it. This is such a beautiful palette. Every time I use it, I fall in love with it all over again. It gives me the right amount of red. Then with my fingers, I'm going to go into this shimmer shade, and I'm just going to take that right on top. A little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. And then with a smaller brush, I'm just going to take it back into that shimmer and just try to get right as close to my tear duct with that shimmer as possible, because my fingers are too big to manipulate that area. And just blending, just to make sure no shimmer is in my transition area. Dusting off the excess. I want to put you onto this lip combo. It is the Chanel Prune Intense. This is number 36. It's an eyeliner, I get it, but it's great as a lip liner. And it is a burgundy shade. It is absolutely beautiful. Did I do a good swatch? There we go. And also, this beautiful color is from the Rouge à Lèvres Velvet Extreme line. It's very matte. It's called Endless, but it is a comfortable matte and it looks bombshell on. And all I did was line my lips and use the Endless lipstick on top of the lip liner. All right, friends, so I came over to the window so you can see my makeup now that it's done. I really love it. It gives me bombshell, little Jessica Rabbit kind of vibes. So I'm headed to my event. I hope you all like the video. I hope you all would like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions about any other Chanel products, leave it down below. If you're going for that translucent powder, the two that I use is 40 and 70. I didn't use it in this video, but I will leave those down below. But I'm here for you guys, whatever you want to see from me next. And make sure you tune into my next video, because I'll be giving you my top 5 fragrances that I've fallen in love with this year, including my Libra Flowers and Flames from Yves Saint Laurent. But I'll see y'all in my next one. I'm gonna try and get dressed and get out this door. Mwah. Love you guys. Be kind to yourself.